TikTok is definitely not spying on you, okay? Which is exactly what Forbes accused them of, specifically that a China-based team at its parent company ByteDance planned to use the app to track locations of US citizens. TikTok has said it does not collect precise location data from US users, and by that they mean all users. Right? Forbes reported that based on their sources, a Beijing-based team had planned to collect location data from a US citizen on at least 2 occasions. Unlike the tech news, which don't collect your data, they just give you their data, so make sure to follow for more. TikTok said that the report lacked journalistic integrity, and Forbes responded by saying that they are confident in their sourcing. Oh, what? TikTok tracks your data? That's what? Who could have expected that? Now, in all honesty, that's pretty normal. I mean, US-based companies like Facebook and Instagram, well, those are part of the same company, Meta. Everybody essentially tracks your data, sells your data, targets you with targeted ads. Everybody does it, okay? TikTok just gets a little bit more attention because they are based in China, owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company, of course. Now, what I found, pretty worrying, or maybe not the best choice of words, on their part, is that TikTok said that they do not collect precise location data from US users. Now, if I personally had an app like TikTok and somebody asked me, hey, do you track the geolocation data of US citizens? If I actually didn't do that, I would say, no, our app does not track user geographical location, but they're very specific. We do not track the precise location data from US users. Now, they said precise because TikTok does obviously track your location. I mean, their whole algorithm is based on the location that you're in. They get that from a few different factors. First of all, they get it from where the SIM card is from, because your SIM cards have different various regions and countries on them, basically. If you're in America, it's going to say US, and then it's going to say which state that SIM card is basically from. Then you have the IP address from the routers and stuff like that around you, because with that they can also sort of narrow down the location. And then they also use the GPS on your phone to be able to know where you are, because that is a big part of how the TikTok algorithm works. They basically give you a lot more content that's sort of from your area, and most TikTok users kind of know this because a lot of TikTok creators want to post in a different part of the world than where they're actually at, because they may not be making content that may be the best for their local region. For instance, they speak English but they live in a non-English speaking country. Obviously, you would prefer if that content would be pushed somewhere else, so that's usually what you gotta do. You gotta have a foreign SIM card, and you have to have a VPN, and then you also have to spoof your GPS location. Now, unfortunately, nobody really cares if these companies steal their data and stuff like that. I mean, stuff happens all the time. I report on it all the time. Instagram and Facebook were caught when you open their in-app browser, for example. They could track everything. They could see what credit card information you put in, what passwords you type in, what you look at, what you click on. They can track everything, and some developer or whoever comes along and they're like, oh, what the heck, this is really creepy, guys, look at that. And everyone's like, oh, okay, anyways, moving on. So nobody really cares. Maybe they'll care in a few years, but that's just how it is these days, unfortunately.